Hello, everyone. Welcome to Get Creative with Your Fitness. I'm Dr. Trish Murray, physician, best-selling author, and the Health Catalyst speaker, and I'd like to welcome you to this talk. You see, getting in shape is a priority for a lot of people, but gym memberships are not cheap, and home equipment is both costly and impractical for many people. Luckily, thanks to the vast amount of information on the internet and the connections we're able to make with one another via technology, we have access to enough knowledge to get a great workout from the comfort of our own homes. What we're going to do is I'm going to show you a number of creative ways to stay fit and strong with stuff right around your house. Things you could grab if you have them for this presentation, if you have them, would be a mat, or you could do it right on the carpet. A couple of soup cans, 2 soup cans would be great. Or other cans of vegetables even, doesn't matter, but a couple of cans of the same type of food, either vegetables or soup. A backpack, any type of backpack. A gallon of milk or a plastic container of laundry detergent. A broom handle. 2 hand towels for the floor. And if 2 hand towels or 2 paper plates, meaning I'm going to show you how to do an exercise that has to do with sliding on the floor with your feet. So if you're going to be doing these things with me during this presentation on a hardwood floor or a vinyl floor, you're going to want 2 hand towels. If you're doing it on a carpet, you're going to want 2 paper plates. And another, it would be a laundry basket. So if you have these things around, go ahead and grab them and stop this for a moment or pause it, and then come on back and do the presentation with me. So here we go. Getting a good cardio workout doesn't mean you have to run a mile. You can get your heart rate up with just a few square feet of space. This circuit that we're about to do with cardio has just 3 moves, but the intensity can be cranked up or down based on your energy levels and ability. So I'm going to get up now and show you these 3 different exercises, and you can do them with me, along with me as I present. And I'm going to come back where you can see me. And now at this point, folks, if you want to do these things with me, go ahead and get your little 3-foot area of space. Okay? So now, the first one is called skater. So all I'm going to do is stand comfortably with my feet hips width apart, maybe a little more than hips width apart. I'm going to put my right foot forward and my left foot back. And I'm even going to take my left foot and drop it a little behind the right. So you notice now I'm in sort of a curtsy position. And then I'm going to switch it. So I'm going to switch and switch back to the other side. Now you can do a little hop to do that. And you can move your arms. Now you're like skating or cross-country skiing. You also, if that's too much, you can also just step forward and back. Step forward and back. So this is called skater. And again, you could pick it up or bring it down, depending on your ability and your energy level. So that's one. Next. The next one is called, you see already my heart rate's up. The next one is called 3-point toe touch. So what I'm going to do is stand again on my mat. Try to get it so you can see me and I'm evenly on it. Feet, hips width apart. And you're going to come down into a squat. So you're going to drop your butt backward and keep your knees over your toes. And then from this squatted position, you're going to touch let's do our right foot first. You're going to point and toe touch forward, back to middle, or back to original spot, out to the side, back, behind you, and back. And then switch sides. So again, stable in a squat, put your weight on your right foot, bring your left foot forward, back to middle, out to the side, back to middle, behind you, back to middle.
Now we've done both sides. Now you can alternate forward and forward, forward and forward, forward and forward, forward and forward, or side to side, side to side, side, side to side, or back with one, back with the other, back with one, back to the other. So you can see that you can pick this up or do it slower, whatever fits your energy level and getting your heart rate up. The last one that I'll start out with for cardio is called a flutter kick. So what you're going to do is you're going to get down on the floor, seated. You can lay back on your back and come up on your elbows. So this is your start position, and get comfortable here. And then what you're going to do, again, this is called flutter kick. So you're going to put your legs out and you're going to flutter kick. You then bring one knee in and the other knee in. Or go back to flutter kick. The point is, you just saw me do 3 different exercises, all of them getting my heart rate up, all of them sustaining, energy levels to be able to do them. And I am in literally a 3-foot radius of space. You do not need a lot of space to do these exercises.
Now, you probably don't give much thought to the canned goods sitting in your pantry, but they can come in really handy for an impromptu workout. I bet you never even thought of that. Now, I know you're thinking soup cans can't be used as weights. They don't weigh enough. And I thought the same thing until I actually tried it for myself. So if you grab them already, or pause this and go grab 2 cans of soup of the same weight and get ready to feel the burn. And then come on back and I'm going to demonstrate for you some exercises you could be doing with those soup cans to really make you feel the burn.
So what you're going to do is stand comfortably on your mat. You can either have your feet together or a little bit apart for balance. And you're going to put your arms just out to the sides. You notice I'm still in my only 3-foot radius of space. And what I'm going to do is start circling my shoulders and arms. I'm going to start going forward in circles. Now, again, whether you have soup cans or not, don't worry about it. Just stand or sit. Put your arms out to the sides and start rotating with me. First, we're going forward. And again, you can either count repetitions, or you can time yourself, or you can just say, okay, I'm getting tired, and now switch to going backward. Now, if that's starting to get to be a bit much, then you also don't have to stop. You can switch movements. So now have your arms out to the sides and just bring them in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. How about in and up and down and out, in and up and down and out? You notice you can make this varied. And then you can go back to the circles. And you notice we did quite a while there, and my shoulders are getting that little bit of burn going. So the point is, soup cans can be used. Now, the other exercise I want to show you, that was our shoulders. What about biceps, or particularly triceps? A lot of us as we age, I'm going to be 60 in the spring, guys, so here we go. I don't know about you, but I got that hangy down stuff behind my arm here. So a tricep kickback is a great exercise to try and work the tricep muscles. In the front of your arm is your bicep, and in the back of your upper arm is your tricep. So what you do is, I'll do it standing so you can see me better. You're going to stand, feet again. Always start with your foundation Feet about hip width apart, maybe a little more. Get stable, get centered, get grounded onto the ground. Bend at the waist a little bit and bend your knees. Bring your elbows to your sides and bend the elbows. And then you're just going to kick the can. You're going to kick the can, but with your hands, you're going to kick the can back. So you're going to kick the can backward and kick your triceps back. So just like when you're skiing and you're pushing off with those poles, you want to have the strength where? In your triceps. So again, it looks like this. Now, if I come a little closer like I was before, it looks like that.
Okay. Now want some extra weight for your squats? Fill a backpack with either a book or some cans, the cans we possibly just used, either water bottles, whatever heavy objects you have around the house, then pop it on. And just be sure to go slowly and don't overload yourself with weight you're not ready for. So folks, first of all, I'm going to go over how to properly do a squat. And then, obviously we can put our backpacks on. And at first I'd leave it empty. And I'll go over how to do a squat properly. And then after we do a few squats with the backpack empty, we can slowly start to add more and more weight of some of the other things we're using during this presentation for other exercises. And believe me, you're going to feel the squats. And a backpack is an amazing way to add weight and be able to optimize your squat.
So folks, this is my hiking backpack right here. And I'm going to put it on. So if you have your backpack there, go ahead and throw it on with it empty first. So here we go. I got my backpack on. I'm ready to go. All right. So now, to do a squat properly, let's talk about that first. Because I want to be able to have you do it right so you are successful and you don't get hurt. So get your feet a little more than hips width apart. Take your toes and point them outward just a bit, not way out to the sides like that, but just out a little bit. Now again, how you squat down is really important. So I'm going to turn to the side and show you. You do not want to squat down and have your knees go way out in front of you and lift your heels. That is not what you want to do. When your knees get out in front of your toes, they get in danger. So instead, what you want to do is stand comfortably and let your butt drop backward towards the floor to bend. And you notice when I did that, my knees essentially stayed over my toes rather than way out there. So they're backing here. The other key thing to a squat, folks, is what you do with your head and your eyes. You want to look up, essentially where the wall of your house meets the ceiling. And so you look up, so that keeps your upper body upright. You drop your bottom down, keep your knees over your toes, and then you're going to lift. Now you want to lift, folks, from your bottom and your abdomen up, and then drop back down and lift. Drop back down and lift. That is a squat. Now my backpack is just a backpack. It doesn't have anything in it. But Coach Trish, if you can come help me out, I'm going to put my 2 cans of soup in my backpack. I'm also going to put what we're going to use in a little bit, this laundry container full of liquid in my backpack. And for tonight, we'll go there. But as you get better, as you get stronger, you might even put a book or something else in there. But everything else, folks, stays the same. So again, I'll face the camera or away, but the idea is everything stays the same. Look up where the ceiling meets the wall. Feet, a little more than hips width apart, toes pointed out. Drop your bottom down and back. And then lift with your bottom and your abdomen. And then drop down again and lift. Down and lift. Down and stand. Turning to the side so you can see. Down, keeping the knees over the toes, and up. Down and up. And that's how you do a proper squat, adding weight with your backpack.
Now, when regular push-ups are feeling old, try boosting one or both hands away from the ground with a chair, or a stack of books, or even a heavy saucepan. The additional height will let you get more range of motion in your shoulders. So let's show you how you can do this.
So I'm going to use a chair. I just brought a chair into the vision here. And if you have a chair, or you do them against your couch, remember. And so what I'm going to do is put my hands on either side of the edge of this chair. And then I'm going to put my feet out behind me, so I'm sort of in an inclined plank position. And then, if you're able, you can just drop your chest down and push up. Drop your chest down to the chair and push up. If that's too much for you, go down on your knees in front of the chair or the couch. Everything else stays the same, and you just bring your body towards the chair and push away. Towards the chair and push away. Towards the chair and push away. And you notice you're doing push-ups. Another way to do this, again, could be using a wall, where you could stand facing a wall, put your hands out against the wall, feet further away than the wall on an incline, and let your body come towards the wall and push away. So that's another way to work your shoulders and your chest and to do push-ups just in multiple different ways to make it creative.
Now, kettlebells. Kettlebells can provide a really great workout, but they're expensive and can take a lot of space in your house, and they're just sitting around, especially if you're not using them or you don't know how to use them properly. Many people aren't familiar with kettlebells, and some people are very familiar with kettlebells. Now, instead of purchasing these things that can cost a lot of money and just sit around the house, instead opt for a do-it-yourself option by either filling a milk jug or an empty detergent container with water, or to make it even heavier, fill it with sand, or to make it maybe even a little heavier, fill it with pebbles, or whatever you have access to fill it up with. Suddenly, thanks to your new piece of equipment, you have a whole new mode of exercise for you to try. Let's go over some exercises that you can do with your makeshift kettlebell.
A kettlebell, actually, this is a concept of a kettlebell. So you notice it's got this big handle and it's got the weight at the bottom. That's a real kettlebell concept. But what I've done, I gotta get it out of my backpack. So this, they said, is a laundry basket. I'm sorry, a laundry bottle, laundry detergent bottle, and I filled it with water. It's been used, the liquid laundry detergent's out of it, but I filled it with water so I could keep using it. So what are some exercises you can do with a kettlebell? Well, again, practice lifting things in full whole body motions are really what you want to make sure you can optimize in any exercise routine. So what you can do is put the kettlebell or the bottle right in front of you, squat. You always want to lift with your legs, folks. So squat down to get your hands on the handle of this bottle and lift it up to your waist. And then make it more dynamic, more whole body. Put it up on the shelf. Bring it back to your waist, put it back down on the floor. Do that again. Do multiple repetitions. You're doing whole body exercise with a simple homemade device. Another exercise to do variety could be to reach down with only one hand. So I'm going to reach with my right hand. grab the handle of this. I'm going to lift it, and I'm going to lift it to my shoulder this time rather than just my waist. Up to my shoulder, and then I'm going to press it down to the shoulder, down to the floor. So from the floor to my shoulder, overhead, down to the shoulder, down to the floor. Switch sides. Reach with my left hand. I can lean and I'm squatting. I will lift with my legs, bring it up to my shoulder, overhead, back to the shoulder, down. Same motion. Weight resistance training, guys, is not exciting. It's really repetitious and really basic. This is what you want to do. But you notice I'm moving my entire body.
Now, to stretch out your arms and shoulders with this easy hack, get a broom. You can either take the end of the broom, the bristles section, just spin it off, unscrew it off from the bar, the broom bar. And now you have a bar to work with. And what you would do is with a wide overhand grip, and you would start with it just in front of your hips or behind your shoulders. And we're going to show you how to do some exercises with the bar of a broom. So let's take a look.
So what you're going to do is have this broom handle, and you're going to have a very wide grip with it. So you notice my hands are quite wide on the broom handle. And you're just going to hold it down in front of your hips. So you're in this position. From there, you're going to raise the broom handle up overhead, like that. And then I'm going to let my shoulders and arms drop back a little bit further for a stretch. And even pump it a little bit if you want. Then you're going to drop the broom to your shoulder height in this position. So far, I've gone from front of my hips, overhead, stretched it back a little bit, came back to neutral, and dropped it to my back of my shoulders. From here, this is the hard part, in the essence of, can your shoulders have the mobility to drop this broom without letting go of it, broomstick, back behind you and down behind your back, and then bring it back up. So if you want to see that from the front, I'm going from behind my shoulders and my neck backward behind my back, bringing it back up. Then you're going to press back up and bring it down to your hips. So that's the whole sequence. Let's do it again. So whether you have a broom handle or not, or just your arms in front of you, you're just going to raise your arms from the front of your hips up overhead. Drop them back and stretch back a bit. Drop the broom to your back of your neck or your arms to this position behind your shoulders. Drop them back behind your back. Come back up overhead, down in front of your hips. So again, from hips up overhead, stretch back to neutral. Drop it to your back of your shoulders. Drop it down behind you. Bring it back up, down to your hips.
What's next? Well, we're going to do some do-it-yourself sliders to work your core. If you want to set fire to your core with these challenging but really fun sliding workouts, let's take a look. So first of all, if you don't have any sliders, like you see in this image, you see someone doing something on these things that are called quote unquote sliders, but you have stuff in your house. If you're doing this with me during this presentation on a hardwood floor like the slide shows, or on a vinyl floor, then grab 2 hand towels that are going to slide back and forth as you put your feet on them on a vinyl or hardwood floor. If you're doing this on a carpet with me, no worries. Just go grab 2 paper plates and they'll slide easily on the carpet. Go grab those if you haven't already and come back, or if you have them, let's show you how to do this.
Now, what you're going to do is take your 2 hand towels folded in half and half again, and you're going to put them on the floor side by side. And you notice I'm going to stand and put my foot right in the middle of these hand towels. And then I'm going to go wash my floor. You could, and you can dance around, and that's enough exercise right there. But instead, for sliders, get my abdomen, remember, it's supposed to be an abdomen exercise. I'm going to get down on all fours. So I'm going to come down into the all four position here. I'll go to the side so you can see me this way. And then all I'm going to do is lift my knees just a couple inches off the floor. And then I'm going to slide one foot back and then back and forth. These are sliders. And I'll tell you, you do that for 30 seconds or 40 seconds, get up to a minute, you're going to get your abdomen and your core in great shape, and you're going to get cardio work. So sliders are awesome. And again, you don't need to go out and buy any special equipment.
All right, deadlifts. Deadlifts are a great whole body workout. And this hack is great for all levels of fitness. Just start with an empty laundry basket and add what you want to add to the weight. You're gonna, start by standing in front of the basket, and I'm about to demonstrate how you're gonna do deadlifts properly and then how you can start adding weight along the way. So let's show you how to do this.
And I'm gonna stand in front of the basket, okay? Now to do a deadlift properly with the laundry basket, again, feet a little more than the hips width apart. Maybe the toes could point out a little bit or straight ahead, either way, whatever's comfortable for you. You do want to bend your knees a little bit, but you notice we're not bending them a lot. You bend them just a little, get comfortable, and then you can bounce and be comfortable and balance. So you don't ever want to be out of balance. And then you're going to let your butt drop down at back and let your body come forward and grab onto the laundry basket. And then you're going to lift again from the backs of your thighs and from your buttock. You're going to lift your body up and deadlift. And then put it down and lift again. Put it down and control it. Don't drop it. Control it. Lift again. Drop. Lift again. Drop. Lift again. Now, that's really quite light for me now. So what can I do? Remember the backpack? Remember the cans of diced tomatoes? Throw them in there. We're starting to clean up for our workout. So your feet again, hips width apart, bend forward, drop the butt back, and stand it up. Down and up, down and up, down and up. If that's not enough weight, keep cleaning up. Make it yourself bell thing, kettlebell in there. Okay? Again, drop down to pick it up, lift, down, lift, down, lift. And there's your deadlift. Discover movement will enhance your mobility, build strength, improve balance, and enable you to move with confidence and ease. To register, please visit our Discover Health online shop at members.discoverhealthfmc.com. Now, if you're feeling like you have a lot of energy or you want a quick energy boost, burpees, if you've heard of that before and you've done them before, you know these are tough. But burpees are a great way to get your blood flowing and get your heart rate pumping. So I'm going to show you how to do burpees properly. And then also you could use a door frame if you want to add variety and you want to use your house, obviously, and the things in your house to make it maybe even a little harder. Then that's where we'll talk about how you can use a door frame. So let's show you how this is done, how burpees are actually done. So the first thing for a burpee is you're going to stand comfortably. Again, everything starts with your feet about hips width apart, good balance, stable. What you're going to do is you're going to come down to the ground in a full squat. So you're going to come down into this position. If I show you that from the side, you're going to come down into a squat into this position. And then you're going to get your legs out behind you and go into a plank. So you can walk your legs back, or you can jump your legs back, but you're going to go into a position of a plank. You're going to go from the plank down to the floor. Now you could either put your knees down and then bring your body down, or you can go from the plank straight down, whatever is comfortable for you. From here, we got to get back up. So now you can go back up, and now, look guys, I'm 59, gonna be 60 in May. I'm not jumping from here to my feet up anymore, but I can come up and I can just walk my feet back into this squat. And the final, maybe the worst thing about a burpee is you go from this squatted position to a jump off the ground, and then you're done. So we'll go through that one more time. Standing, feet hips width apart. Come down into a full squat with your hands on the floor. Walk your feet back or move your feet back into a full plank. Come down to the floor, and you're down into the full floor. And now from here, we got to get back up. So you're going to push up, walk your feet up. And now from the frog position at the final part of the burpee, you can either just stand or you jump. Now you notice on the slide, it says, frame your burpees with a door frame. And what they're saying is you could do that sequence of a burpee with a door open in a door frame like the one behind me. And at the end, when you jump up and touch the top of the door frame.
Working on your balance is really important. And mastering the tree pose, this is a yoga posture called the tree pose. And in this slide, it shows you could use your bed for better balance. Now, I think this is actually for extremely advanced, like yoga instructors. I would not necessarily recommend for anybody to be doing this on your bed. Your bed mattress is probably not sturdy enough, and you don't have anything to hold on to. And if you start to fall, you could get very seriously hurt. So as much as this slide says use your bed for better balance practice, I wouldn't suggest that. But you could step up on something like a book, or take a towel and fold it a couple times, and put it down on the floor and stand on that, because then your support system, or the floor that you're standing on, or whatever you're standing on, is not quite as stable and makes it harder. So try performing it tree posture, and I'm going to show you how to do that properly while standing on, again, a folded up towel, or you could take your mat and fold that up a couple times. Or you could stand on a book. The unstable surface will force your muscles to work extra hard while you're doing this. So let's first of all demonstrate how you do a tree pose properly, and then let's see if we're able to make it more difficult with a little bit of unstable material under our standing foot.
How do you do tree pose? So again, like we've said with everything, let's start in just a basic standing position. Feet a little more than hips width apart. Put your weight back and forth from right foot to left foot, right foot to left foot, and feel stable. Have your knees a little bent. Make sure you feel good standing here. Now to do tree pose, you're going to put all your weight onto one of your feet. So let's put our weight into our left foot. Bring your right foot up and do like just a little toe touch so that you have it as like a little kickstand. So all your weight's on your left foot, and your right foot has come up, you've bent your knee, and you're just touching with your toe for a little kickstand. This is great. This might be where you start. From here, can you now lift the right knee and foot fully off the ground and stay stable? That will be your second step. You notice it gets a little more wobbly, and I may have to put my kickstand back down if you need to. You're gonna then, next step is turn your right knee out away from your body and put your foot against your lower leg below your knee. This, if you don't fall out into a kickstand, or if you also do it near a wall in case you need a little stability, but this is a tree pose. You can then put your hands in front of your chest, or you can put your arms out to the side as branches, but this is tree pose. And you see how long you can stand there. You notice the left leg, the foundational leg is going to start to get uncomfortable and be working really, really hard. To show you on the other side, again, come back to a full stance. Put your weight over into your right leg. So all your weight now is in your right leg. Bend the left knee and just go to toe touch on the left side. This might be where you start out. And stay here for a while and see how it goes. Next step, if you're able, is lift your knee off the floor and your foot off the floor straight up and hold that. Notice that gets it a bit harder. Next, turn your knee out away from your body. Put your foot below your knee against your lower leg. You can press a little bit, but not a lot. Put your arms out to the sides as your branches, or you can put them in front of your chest together as a prayer posture. This is the yoga pose of tree pose. Now, once you get to that ability to do that, and you can do it pretty comfortably, I'm going to take my mat and I'm going to fold it up multiple times so that it's big enough for my foot to fit on it this way, but it's not stable like the firm vinyl flooring is. So I'm going to step onto this mat now that's folded up, and it's more wobbly, more cushy, more like a mattress or a pillow. And now I'm going to try and do tree pose on this more unstable foundation. Everything else stays the same. So I start out with both feet stable and I feel it out. Another important thing about doing tree pose, folks, is if you look at a point out in front of you, let's say on the floor or maybe a little higher than the floor, and you keep your vision right on that point while you're doing this, you'll notice you may be able to do it a lot better. So if we put our weight into our right foot and lift our left foot and put the toe down, so we got our little kickstand with our left foot, but our right foot is our foundational foot on our unstable surface. Then you're going to lift your foot up, turn the knee out away from the body, and bring your foot against the lower part of your leg. And you notice on a more unstable surface, it's going to be more challenging. And then you can put your foot down and try the other side. So put your weight over into your left foot. Lift the right foot with a little kickstand first. Get stable. Pick what's called your focal point out in front of you. Lift the knee and the foot. Turn it out to the side. Put the foot against your lower leg. And you're in tree pose on an unstable surface.
Now, an often overlooked tool that can contribute to a great workout hopefully it's all, there are many of them in your house, is a wall. By using the elevated surface that's also flat and super stable, you'll engage more muscle groups while also probably putting a smile on your face, because how often do we get to walk up walls? So let's show you a couple of moves that you can do. And then later, of course, I'm always going to present to you the resources I used to put this together. And there are websites in those resources that you could go to and find even more exercise to help you walk on your walls. So let's show you what we've got for you today.
So to do the flab fighter, you're going to stand facing a wall, and I'm just going to use this column because it's right here and convenient for me. But I'm going to put my hands up. I'm going to stand in front of the wall, arms length apart, yep. And I'm just going to lean on the wall with my arms essentially straight. Bend your elbows just a little, but you don't ever want a joint fully extended. So just lean there. You're then going to lift your right knee up in front like this. So the position is arms out, hands against the wall, lift your right knee and bend it up towards your chest. From this position, I'm going to start to move my right leg from up into this position to behind me and kicking back. And you'll notice my arms, my forearms and elbows are going to come to the wall. And then I'm going to reverse it. And kick back again. Bring the forearms to the wall. And then bring the leg back in. And you would do this, let's say, 5, 6, 10 times, depending on, again, your strength and your ability. And then you would simply switch sides. So now come back to both feet on the ground. Bring your hands just against the wall. Bring your left knee up in front of you. And now just move your left leg down and back behind you and kick it back and bring your forearms against the wall. And reverse. Kick back and reverse. Kick back and reverse. So that's the first wall exercise. The second wall exercise I want to show you is that booty bridge. So what you're going to do is we're going to get down to the floor. So however best way you can get down to the floor, you're going to get down to the floor laying on your back with your feet, the bottoms of your feet up against the wall. So in this position. From here, you're going to lift one and straighten one of your legs. So let's straighten our right leg. And now you're going to bring your right leg and your toes up towards the ceiling by lifting what? Lifting your booty. So you're going to push against the wall my left foot and lift my booty up. Come back down. I slid a little bit, so maybe a mat would be better, but the bottom line is you can work it. Lift and down. Lift and down. Lift that right leg straight up, down. Lift the booty. Again, 5 to 10 times. And then switch legs. So laying flat, knees bent, feet flat against the wall. Straighten one of the left leg now. And now you're just going to push against the wall with my right foot and lift my left leg up and my bottom up. Up and down, up and down, up and down. And you're done.
Now, folks, dancing to fast-paced music can really make you sweat. As a bonus, you get to have fun and express yourself. If you're someone who loves dancing around their room, by all means, freestyle the night away. If you're someone who craves a little more structure, head to YouTube to learn more hip-hop moves to accompany your favorite song. You'll learn soon enough that those backup dancers are shredded and make it look way easier than it really is. So now, let's go over some tips for how to make sure you're getting the most out of your workouts. First of all, if you have someone nearby to work out with, that's fantastic. You should always work out with other people whenever you can, because it brings up your energy and their energy and brings up your motivation and makes it more fun. If you have trouble roping in anyone in your physical vicinity, why don't you schedule a virtual workout with a video call? And also, don't forget that we have a program called Discover Health Movement Membership. And if you want to learn more about that, it is a completely online program that presents 3 classes a week. One is a yoga class called Discover Yoga. The other one is called self-myofascial release, where you learn how to use balls to roll your fascia and lay on the ball to improve and unwind the knots in your fascial tissue. And the other class is called movement for longevity, and it focuses on balance and strength. So if you're someone that, would like some more leadership or demonstration like tonight, but then you're looking for more, go to my website, discoverhealthfmc.com. And just below my image on the homepage of the website is the Discover Health Movement membership. You can learn all about it and you can join right there. Another tip is the right music can make all the difference. And what pumps one person up might feel totally uninspiring to someone else. So experiment with playlists and genres to see what gets you in the mood to move. And use it for your benefit. And talk with friends about what it is that helps you move and ask what their favorite songs are so that maybe you say to yourself, wow, that's a really good idea. I want to look that song up or that genre up and see how it does for me. Now, taking the time out of your usual schedule to work out can be hard. So why not incorporate a workout into your regular routine? Next time you're watching a TV show, have your creative workout equipment in the corner. Have it right in the backpack or something and pull it out and implement, or right in the laundry basket, and implement some of the exercises I've shown you today while watching the show. Suddenly, getting in a 20-minute session of workout is not hard at all. Now, from my experience, I know that one of the most motivating things you can do is to visually document your progress. Years ago, when I was a bodybuilder in my late 20s and early 30s, I would take regular photos and work out in front of mirrors at the gym to keep track of my progress and assess my form while doing the different exercises. You can snap some before selfies and keep them in an album or folder that you can access easily at any time. Then, as you progress, keep taking photos from the same angles so that you can see, oh my goodness, look how much things are changing. Soon enough, you'll start seeing change, which will make you want to keep going and keep you motivated. If photos aren't your thing, then try writing about how you're feeling. Using an emotional outlet like writing will help you process thoughts as you move through your journey and might help encourage you to push forward when you're feeling unmotivated. Now, I've come to find that many people dislike exercising because they're not wearing the right clothes. Now, when you're moving, you want your clothes to support and move with you. If they're too tight, too loose, too itchy, trapping sweat, making you chafe, causing blisters, or aren't holding everything in the right place, then find something that will. But also, don't let what you think are the wrong clothes keep you from working out. Every afternoon or throughout the week, when our Discover Health Movement membership classes occur, such as at Tuesday mornings from 10:30 to 11:30, is self-myofascial release. And Wednesday evenings from 5 to 6 is the live on Zoom movement for longevity. And Friday mornings, the Discover Yoga is done live on Zoom from 9 to 10. I have made my work schedule of seeing patients so that during those times every week, I leave my side of the building office. I leave my office where I see my patients. I walk over into the yoga studio and I take the classes live. Do I change my clothes? No. I just wear my khakis and my sweater and my undershirt, the shirt I'm wearing, whatever it is, under whatever I'm wearing that day, and I take the class. So I try and dress comfortably enough each day so that I feel comfortable doing my work, which is very physical, doing osteopathic manipulative medicine. But I also feel comfortable doing the classes. So again, don't let your clothes keep you from doing workouts. And as Nike says, just do it. Now, Pavlov's dog, we've all heard of that Pavlovian or Pavlov's dog, where you do something over and over and it trains you. Learn to associate the ringing of a bell with food. Pavlov's dog did. So what kind of reward could you train yourself to associate exercise with? Could it be a TV show? Could it be 20 minutes of your favorite game on your phone? Is it a hot shower? Is it going out to dinner with friends? I don't know. Get creative. Just make sure that your rewards are healthy and aren't rolling back your hard work. Now, one of the biggest tips I could give anybody when it comes to working out and exercise is once you get familiar with your workouts and discover your weak spots, create a circuit that puts the hard stuff in the middle of the workout so that you can hit a certain peak and work through it knowing that the rest of the workout is going to be downhill. Think about what's your least favorite exercise and put that in the middle of your workout. Research shows that practicing gratitude boosts your overall mood, which is helpful if you're someone who finds it hard to get moving in the first place. Make like a yogi and take a moment to express gratitude at the end of each workout or at the beginning. Do it at both the beginning and at the end by closing your eyes and taking a few seconds to thank your body for supporting you, thank your mind for getting into the headspace that motivated you to actually do the workout, and thank the universe for conspiring and allowing you the time to dedicate toward bettering your physical and mental self. If these topics don't float your boat, dedicate your practice to someone else or something that inspires you. Just dedicate it so that anything you can do to motivate you to be more active and to be consistent with your workouts is going to help. Now, as we always do when I give these webinars, we take the references that were used to put together the information and we present it and we post the resources for you in our Discover Health Facebook page. Now, if you are not already a member of my Discover Health Facebook group, you go to the Discover Health Facebook page and ask to join our Discover Health Facebook group because it's the closed group where we post the resources for you. We also will, of course, post a link for Discover Health Movement membership. And again, if you're interested in that, where you get the 3 classes and doing this webinar with me and is motivating you, wow, I wish I had more of these or more demonstrations of what things I could be doing in my own home, then go to my website, discoverhealthfmc.com. And right under my image on the homepage of the website will be the banner that talks about Discover Health Movement membership and the link for you to join. So that's a wrap for us today, but you're just getting started. Thank you so much for choosing to be a part of this event. And I hope that you found some inspiration for your future workouts. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please don't hesitate to write them in the chat, and I'll be happy to answer as best I can. But also, you can reach out through our Discover Health Facebook group at any time, or you can email us at discoverhealthcoaching@gmail.com with questions. And Health Coach Trish and I will put our heads together to kind of come up with answers for you. So I hope you've enjoyed this presentation. Thanks, everybody, and see you on the next webinar.